Thank you, friend. Shabbat Shalom. Greetings to you all. Well, this is Davos week when the World Economic Forum takes place over in Cuckoo Clock Land. I remember when I was a surprised and lucky participant a few years ago when the theme was spiritual inclusivity. My presentation was just a little too different than the other spiritual participants were prepared for. It's too bad I had a very inexpensive, inclusive solution to many of the suggested problems. Unfortunately, they were too inexpensive because religion, like government, loves spending money. Now, let's hope one day that there will be peace and inclusivity in a common sense way. And of course, we've only a few more days to go till we have Tu B'Shvat, Tree Day, January 31st. So celebrate nature, my friends. Go and hug a tree. And not only is the 31st Tu B'Shvat, but it's also a lunar eclipse, and not an ordinary one, but a super blue moon total eclipse. Now say that 5 times. Okay. A blue moon is the second of 2 full moons in one calendar month. And a super moon, well, that's one which is a super close full moon, so that you just think you can just reach up and touch the sky. Purple haze all in my brain. Lately things don't seem the same. Acting funny, but I don't know why. Excuse me while I kiss the sky. Now, what you will notice is the color of the moon will change from a normal white blue to a coppery red, then a dark red, then black. And it'll last about an hour, and then the moon will turn back to its normal color as it emerges from behind the Earth's shadow. Now, they happen all the time, but there's something quite magical about eclipses. And do not forget that we're coming up on the Chinese New Year, and 20 High will be the year of the dog, man's best friend. It's on February the 16th, just 2 days after the non-Hebrew festival of Love Day, Valentine's Day. So this year, celebrate dogs and love together, and they do go hand in hand. And as some of you are aware, I have many different versions of the Bible, some standard, some not as standard. And one of my old favorites is actually the Dead Sea Scrolls Bible, because it's undoubtedly the oldest known version of the Bible, and it is quite different. Now, I have seen the scrolls, I've studied the scrolls, and like so many of you, I am fascinated by them. And I found it interesting that quite recently, perhaps the final piece of the existing puzzle of the scrolls was deciphered. Now, it's not part of the 5 books of the Torah, but part of ritual. And ritual is always exciting to find. And it was a fascinating ritual because it's a ritual that I have encouraged you all to adopt and even join us for, and that is the change in season ritual. Now, the seasons change 4 times a year, and a special ceremony similar to the one we've instituted has been discovered. And I've encouraged you all, make the change of season ritual a part of your own practices. It honors nature on an ongoing basis and is really quite a simple little ceremony on the 4 key dates during the year. Now, what's especially interesting is that it is geared toward the writers of the scrolls who are believed to be the Essenes, who followed a 364-day solar calendar instead of the traditional lunar one. And they reconciled the 2 calendars, but that's for another day. And as we do every week, let's take a moment now to come together in celebration and celebrate as a like-minded group in a showing of faith, a real theme for this week, a showing of love, as a community, a chavura, fellowship, when we express our nature of kindness, compassion, thoughts, feelings, hopes, dreams, and wishes that unites us all in this community house of spirit, Beth Ruach. So once again, please do gather and invite everybody you know, physically, psychically, socially, emotionally, spiritually, to gather and share from Psalm 133, the Hine Matov. Come together. Hine Matov. Shevetahim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov. Shevetahim Gam Yachad. How good, how pleasant it is for brothers and sisters together. Community, community, community together. So as a community, let us all spread love, goodwill, fellowship to the world, my friends. In this terrible season of flu, I'm almost over mine, thank God. But it seems to have reached epidemic proportions, and so we are reminded that people the world over suffer from all kinds of things, from mental, physical, emotional traumas, and that we're all in need of renewal and healing. So let's continue to share the miracle of healing, of renewal, and send prayers out to Lindsay, to Jim, to Alex, to Joe, to David, to Beatrice, to Chuck, to Heidi, Ronnie, Aubrey, and of course to the Bee, and to whoever else you know who comes to mind. To share energy and send healing renewal to all. And of course, make sure you include yourself because you need renewal too. It is the kindness, healing, wishes, goodwill, and love that we all send out that circles the world, finding those in need. So thank you, each and every one of you, for all you do, for all you care, because the world is a world of spirit. And as we know, spirit never dies. Me, Avotenu, Makor HaBracha, Limotenu, may the source of strength bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing. The renewal of body, the renewal of spirit. Let us say, Amen. Misha Baruch, let us all have our spirits renewed the world over, my friends. Well, this week we read besalach, when he let go. And I guess with a title like When He Let Go, you can tell what this week's episode is about. The Exodus begins. Now, there are three incredible things to watch for this week. Believe it or not, they actually all point to the same thing. Now, we're introduced to the pillars of cloud and fire. We have the incredible story of the crossing of the Red Sea. We get bread from heaven. All three of these, my friend, point to the miracles the wilderness generation got to enjoy. Now, one of them was a one-shot deal. Two of them were on a daily basis for 40 years. And believe it or not, we actually get to have them in our lives anytime we choose. Now, the middle one is one of those one-of miracles, made necessary because, once again, Exodus 14:3, and I shall toughen Pharaoh's heart, and he will pursue them, that I may gain glory through Pharaoh and through all his force. Okay, we all remember that great scene in the film. Pharaoh pursues the Israelites. Edward G. Robinson accuses Moses of leading the people to their doom at the water. And Moses raises his hands and the Red Sea splits. People cross. God closes the water on the pursuing Egyptians. How awesome was that? And what a fantastic miracle. More powerful than the pillar of cloud and fire. It's the kind we need in an emergency. And if you think about it, there are times that you've found yourselves backed up against a wall or facing the sea, and it opened, and a way was found for you to go to safety. When you thought there was none, how many times when you thought there was nowhere for you to go, did the waters open to allow you through? Everyone has had those times, my friends. Those are the times and those are the stories to be told at Passover, to inspire the people in your life, your friends, your family. And those are the kinds of miracles that are actually available anytime you need. These are the miracles that remind us of the thing we need to maintain, which is faith. Sing, choir of angels, sing in exultation. Oh, sing, all ye citizens of heaven above. Glory to God, all glory in the highest. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Yahweh the Lord. Now come, all ye faithful. Now that's been a rallying monotheistic cry for thousands of years. Now the coming through the sea, through the waters, through the birth canal, is the birth of a nation. And this initiates a new narrative that runs throughout Exodus and Numbers and marks a huge shift in the Torah. The end of the Egyptian episode, we have put fear behind us and broken free. And now the wilderness tales begins, each of our journeys to the promised land. Exodus 17:20. And the Lord was going before them by day in a pillar of cloud to lead them on the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, to go by day and by night. They were well protected, my friends. The column of cloud would not budge by day, nor the pillar of fire by night. Now think about it. A pillar of cloud and a pillar of fire. This spectacular panoramic picture of the mass of Israelites following these miraculous guides through the wilderness shifts us completely from the plagues that preceded, many of which involved destruction descending from the sky, and here a great mass of cloud descends from the sky to lead Israel. Now the second to last plague plunged Egypt into a terrifying darkness. Now a column of divine fire serves as a huge beacon to show Israel the way through the dark of the wilderness. And what a concept that is, the dark of the wilderness. Something we may all find ourselves in at times because so many are still on the path through the wilderness. But there is light available always to help lead your way. Now keep in the back of your mind, we also get a glimpse of the complaining and whining to come. And this is the murmurers that dominate the wilderness stories. We're going to read about them a lot in the weeks ahead. And there's also a bit of slight confusion here like there is before. We're told it is God leading the people, and a little later that it was a messenger of God, an angel. Now, since God told Jacob he would lead the people out, it was probably God. But during the 40 years, a messenger too might have filled the role. But over time, the wording of the text worried the rabbis, especially as fear of the concept of anthropomorphism grew, making God too human in characteristic. Now, those aren't the things to focus on, but I want you to keep them in the back of your mind. I want you to think about what the column does. It dictates time. When it moves, the people move. When it is cloud, the people are protected. And spiritually, cloud was connected to wisdom. So wisdom is brewing. When it's fire, again, there's protection, there is light and darkness, and there is the calling card of the God of Exodus, fire. The people know who they are with. And these two elements actually serve another purpose. They are the reminders of creation. The cloud is the breath, the spirit, the wind, the ruach of God that came and divided between sea and dry land. And the fire is the creation of light and life. Now imagine how incredible it would be to be there at dawn and dusk as the pillars change from fire to cloud and back again. Wow. And in the midst of that, we get a song. And from this song actually comes a wonderful liturgical poem recited at each of the High Holy Day services. Exodus 15:11. Michamocha, who was like you among the gods, O Lord? Who was like you, mighty in holiness, awesome in praise, worker of wonders? Me, Amocha, Be'elim Adonai, Mi Hamocha, Neyadar, Bakodesh, Nora Tehilot, Osei, Vela, Nora Tehilot, Osei, Vela. Who is like you, O God, among the gods worship? Who is like you, God of gods revered? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, fearsome with splendors, working wonders? A fantastic liturgical piece. Now we then get our third miracle. Exodus 16:4. And the Lord said to Moses, look, I'm about to rain down bread for you from the heavens, and the people shall go out and gather each day's share on that day, so that I may test them, whether they will go by my teaching or not. And it will happen on the sixth day that they will prepare what they bring in, and it will be double what they gather each day. Exodus 16:16. And the Israelites saw and they said to each other, "Man, who? What is it?" For they did not know what it was. And Moses said to them, "It is the bread that the Lord has given you as food." Man, who? What is it? Manna from heaven. A phrase we still use to this day. And notice God says he will test to see if the people are going to listen or not. I think he actually already knows the answer. But the people did not trust. They did not have thanks. They complained. They did not have faith. God had set aside a day for a very good reason, and the people did not believe. And the biblical concept of belief is quite different from our religious concept of belief. See, in Exodus, God becomes known. God's existence and power are simply a matter of knowledge, not of belief. When you've seen 10 plagues, and a sea split, and a column of cloud and fire visible at all times, you do not ask, do you believe in God? As the term is used in the Hebrew Bible, it means not belief in, but belief that. That is, it means that if God says he will do something, you can trust that he will do it. Now, those who did not trust gathered extra, but Exodus 16:20, and it bred worms and stank. So why? Why not believe when everything God had said prior to this time, he did? What more did the people need? Yes, the world is sacred. So is everything in it. Express your gratitude. Light a candle, make a wish. Celebrate your life and the lives of those you love. Share your feelings with them. Live free, be free. Honor your freedom. Be well, be happy, be blessed. Share and honor the light. All who live in the light and continue to shine. Continue to send everybody you know goodwill and love. Pray for peace and freedom for everyone. An end to terror and hatred. Remember, friends, we are a community. We learn together. We celebrate each other. We love each other. We share this right together, men and women equally. Let us send out love, not fear. Send out peace, harmony, goodwill, and healing to all who need it. And please do learn to forgive and learn to love, including yourself. Now open your hearts and honor the relationships of your life and tell those you love that you love them. Take advantage of the time you have. Enjoy the journey. We take the twists and turns and the patterns that weave through the fabric of our lives in our effort to grow, to learn, to be, to love. So please do love. Now bless you all. Have a fantastic week, a week of love and light, a week of peace, a week of miracles. Now examine your intentions. Use them to imprint your will on the universe. Remember, we set in motion all that happens in our lives. Our intention, our kavana, our cause, our effect, everything's linked. As I've said, you always have time to forgive and to be forgiven. You have that knowledge of what is good and bad. So acknowledge what you've done wrong to yourself, to God, and to any other person you have wronged. Then ask forgiveness, but do so with sincerity, with accountability, with vulnerability. Forgive those who've hurt you as you learn to be forgiving and compassionate. See, the secret of forgiveness, my friends, compassion and peace is in acceptance. Can you accept yourself, other people, the world, just as they are? Can you accept life just as it is without trying to control it? If you do, you can experience the peace that acceptance brings. And do not stop your journey. Do not stop moving towards your promised land. Now keep on dreaming, keep on being, keep sharing, keep shining, keep teaching, keep spreading joy and goodwill. Do not follow fear. Follow love. It's always in front of you. And remember to have faith and unwavering adherence to principle. Just as I have faith in the principle of love, and all of you. Act with purity of heart and mind. Despise none, defraud none, hate none. Cherish all. Honor every child of God, every creature of the earth. And may all people know peace in this year. And may you nurture kindness and love everywhere you go. Work to be present in the body and expand your heart and quiet your mind. Because the deepest source of real power lies in consciousness and the ability to be mindful, aware, present in all of your circumstances. Now make the most of your time in this life. Continue to touch and transform the lives around you because you're never alone and you are forever blessed and you have the ability to bring blessings to everybody you meet. Health, love, renewal to everybody you come across. We're all energy and energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. So let's all transform it into positive. Friends, your words are your power to transform, to love, to bless, so be generous with them. Bless others and bless yourself, and love with the heart. We're all part of a greater whole. Embrace love, not fear, forgiveness, not anger. Be there for someone, because someone will always be there for you whether you know it or not. Do not stop asking questions, and do not stop seeing the miracles of your life. Explore faith, and do not accept shame as a natural state. Whatever you feel others have felt, whatever you've experienced, others have too. We share together, we learn together, we help each other. Bring more light into your life and into the lives of all you come across. We are all one. We all follow the light, we all follow the sun. One day you'll look to see I've gone, for tomorrow may rain, but I'll follow the sun. Someday you'll know I was the one, but tomorrow may rain, so I'll follow the sun. Now be happy, be healthy, continue to follow the sun, my friends. Be helpful, be kind, and be loving. And get ready to celebrate freedom. Let us all learn to leave fear behind and to welcome the ability to be free to be ourselves. Shabbat shalom and blessings to you all. Take care. Okay.